Hey fellas, welcome back to Men Product Reviews, and in today's product I will be reviewing a beard oil from a company that I have not reviewed before. Um, I don't know why that I haven't. They've been around for a while and they're probably considered more one of the top, like the top names in the beard industry. So this is from Luxurious Bastard Beard Co. And this one's a sample size. This is sweet. I wanted to get a couple samples. I did get one full size of a different scent, and I'll use this for grading, like the labeling and whatnot. But again, I have not reviewed them before. This is the first time they ever get graded. In those categories or is skin sustainability, how the ingredients work on your skin, whether it causes irritation or not, and that will apply to like whether I'm doing a beard oil, deodorant, lotion, anything that I'm reviewing that goes on the skin. Second category is customer service, and then next is user experience. So that's anything from packaging, labeling, the scent profile if there is one, and how if it you know is what it says it is. And then the last category is price and value. So sweet is essentially like think of Skittles, but just the green and the yellow. So like a lemon lime. So you got lemonade, orange. They do have orange in here. I don't. I'll talk more about that, but so it's essentially like the green and yellow Skittles, and then they do say there is some grapefruit in there as well. Um, and then their carrier blend. Let me see. Um, I apologize. It's not at the. Bear with me. So I might have to read off this one. Okay, I'll read off of the bottle. I don't see anywhere in the description. That would be something you would want in your description. You want someone to know what the carrier blend is when making a purchase. Otherwise, you're going to have a lot of questions. Maybe I'm just missing it. Let me double check one more time while I have you here. I don't want to just sit here and not talk, so I'm looking. I description reviews. Unfortunately, I don't see the carrier blend, but go ahead and read it from here. So you got almond oil, avocado oil, rice bran oil, hazelnut oil, hemp seed oil, apricot oil, castor oil, grapeseed oil, sunflower oil, jojoba oil, argan oil, vitamin E. Um, yeah, pretty decent. There's a decent amount of oils in there. I don't think I've used one with the hazelnut oil yet. Everything else I'm pretty familiar with. I'm starting to like blends that have the rice bran oil as well, so that's nice. Um, so let's go ahead and apply some in beard. Talk about how it feels on the skin underneath as well as the beard. Again, this one's a sample size, so I think it's about maybe like half, and not even that honestly. I don't know if it says on here or not. I'll have to see what their sample sizes are, but if you're wanting it, then you can get the full size, but you can also do the sample. So you get the skin underneath. All right. So I've already used it before. There's no irritation to the skin. I wouldn't say it makes my beard feel the softest, and that might be because there is castor oil in there. I'm not a huge fan of castor oil in beard oils, but it's not going to necessarily like prevent me from buying something that I may be interested in, but that's just not one of my favorite oils. Again, it doesn't irritate the skin at all. We'll go ahead and give that a 4 out of a 5. Next will be customer service. I have spoken with the owner on Instagram. He does communicate. It does take a while. I'd say he has a response within that 20, like before 24 hours has hit. So that's always, as long as it's like under that 24 hours. I mean, the longer you wait, the worse it is. But as long as someone's meeting within that 24-hour window, that's good. Um, I mean, it has the description of the scent profile. I'm just not seeing the carrier blend. Let me click on a different oil just in case. There could be a glitch on that one, possibly. Um, no, I clicked on another one and still same thing. So yeah, I would like to see like the carrier blend somewhere in the description. That's going to help when customers are purchasing. Otherwise, you're going to have a lot of questions. What else? I mean, their website is laid out nice. It's very user friendly. We'll go ahead and give their customer service a 4 out of 5. User experience. So this is when this comes in handy. Talking about this bottle. So their labels are kind of like, think of like an old fashioned newspaper that has been sitting there, like it's been soaked in tea almost. Very old fashioned label, like, or that's what it feels like anyway, that it's like old fashioned. Everything's kind of faded, which can be a downfall because some of the text is also fading as well. But I can still read it clearly for the most part. Over time, you're probably going to get those words that are fading away. Um, it's not. Otherwise, it's, this is quality like label right here. This isn't cheap either, I imagine. Um, I like the idea, but like I said, eventually over time that carrier blend will fade away. But if you've been using them long enough, you know what the carrier blend is. We'll go ahead and give that user experience a 4 out of 5. So right now we're at 12 out of 20. And then price, so 1950, that's in within market average. You get one with, um, if you wanted to add a pump top rather than the dripper, it's an additional $1.10, which is fair. Again, that's within the market average, 1950 for the ingredients that you're getting, and then um, the scent or the fragrances, it's up to par. So before I go any further, like I said, I get more of a lemon lime Skittle scent than I do. I don't get much of the orange or the grapefruit, but I really enjoy it. I like more of the fruitier scents, and so this is up my alley. I really do enjoy this. That went with user experience. I just tend to forget that a lot now that I have this new structure. Price, we'll go ahead and give that a 5 out of 5. So overall, they have a 17 out of a 20. There's just a few things that I would recommend to maybe tweak or just um, not necessarily change. Well, change on your website would be adding the carrier blend within the description of the product. You don't necessarily need to change the label, but over time it just might start fading. But again, they get a 17 out of 20, which is recommended. Just a few tips, I guess, for criticized feedback, if you know, if that makes sense. Again, thanks for tuning in, guys. This was Luxurious Bastard Beard Co. Until next time, have a good one.